Alrighty, guys, here we go. And I see Daddy Dutch was actually on the board first, got bat 13 beat out a little bit. And of course, Maddie and Kiki are in the house. Kiki and Maddie, Judge Webb, Will Plunk, Barbecue Mama, and I will bring, and of course, my daughter is in the house. People who know me, who are friends with me on Facebook, know what is happening, and that is right there. So my daughter has popped in to get her congratulations due, I guess you could say. But let me bring on CJ right now. And yes, if you didn't pick up on that, my daughter is expecting, which makes me a kind of a young grandpa, I guess you could say. What up, Killer?
Congratulations, Kelsey. That's so
yeah,
cool.
she was all excited because CJ wished her congratulations on Facebook.
Well, you know I am her favorite YouTuber, so
Yeah, I'm sure. So what's happening, man?
nothing, dude. I'm excited to be on here. I haven't chatted
Yeah,
with you. I mean, we always go back and forth on like text and all that, but it's nice to get a little FaceTime, as it were, on.
yeah. I tried to. I got a lot of the pictures. Well, I've had the pictures back from when I was with you out in Vegas, and I wanted to get my wall, my YouTube wall, set up behind me there. To do that, I have to move that stuff here, put the pictures back there, and I just couldn't get it together. So people will have to wait on that for next week. And if anybody has any questions for CJ, just bring them on. And I think Kiki's asking you to flex. She wants to see those big guns.
Everybody wants the gun, so I bet Kent would be Daddy Dutch Barbecue would be flexing right now if he's on here.
I can barely hear you unless I got my mic low so I don't get an echo.
No,
But see if you can get a little closer, maybe.
No, I'll bring the microphone a little closer.
Yeah. So let's see and line up those questions if anybody has any. We got almost 50 people in. We got a Facebook user. What's up? I can't see the name. And Uncle Pink's the proud papa. Nice shirt. And I think that is meant for me, not CJ. And of course, we said Judge Webb, thanks for your service, obviously, on this special weekend.
Yeah.
Anybody out there who's served, it's definitely greatly appreciated. That's for sure. RXTX, what is shaking? Griddle Cook Eat More. There you go. Barbecue Mama, I got you. Nigel, nice to see you. How's it going here from the UK?
Yeah, that's a blast from the past right there.
There you go. CJ's bringing them in.
Nice.
And that is congratulations to my daughter. Congratulations to my daughter. We got Spike in the house, Anthony in the house. And my Facebook is lighting up. CJ, I'm going to need a flex. We got that.
I see Dutch put a question in there.
I didn't get to that yet.
Nice. Yeah.
There it is. I know. I'm trying to get everybody.
Question,
CJ, when are we going to bring back the hot seat? So when are you going to bring back the hot seat?
I don't know, man. It flashes in my mind quite a bit. It's just the hardest part about it was lining up everybody, and I mean obviously you're dealing with that now, and like keeping it. It was a hard schedule, so every Thursday, gotta have it, gotta go on. So, we kind of got away from that obviously for a while. Oh, you got a cat in your lap there.
Yeah, she's clawing at me here.
So I want to get something going on again. Maybe do like a once a month, live stream where we can get our barbecue buddies in there or something, kind of like what you're doing. So
we keep a very loose show here. So you're cooking live. Is it Is it the fact that you got to line up guests to go back and do the hot seat?
Yeah, yeah, I could do a live cook anytime
Yeah.
where I'm not having to worry about anybody, like coming on or not. But if I want to do like the hot seat type thing, we got to line up guests, and I mean
Yeah.
that was the whole goal of it when we took it over from Hobo Nickel Barbecue back in the day. It's meeting new creators and having a good time, and drinking heavily, and usually getting our guests drunk. That was always fun. Some people try to keep up, some people could not.
Now,
All right.
now, were you always drinking heavily on the show? I think we brought
Um,
that up a week or two ago.
yeah, yeah. I mean, because once we got started, the how all those super shots, your followers can hit that little dollar sign next to the chat, excuse me, and donate a super chat,
Okay.
whatever it is, right? And we had a guest on early in the show, mine and Dutch's show, that was a little nervous to get on and BS with us for the show. So she asked if we could take a shot before, and we would Dutch and I'd have drinks while we're doing the show, just because that's Saturday or Thursday night thing. Have a couple drinks, no big deal. No one was getting hammered or anything, but she did that on the actual live. We did the shot, all together or whatever. And then Hobo Nickel Barbecue, threw like a $10 super chat in there and said, take another one, jerks, whatever he said. And he that just started the hashtag super shot movement. Instead of super chat, it was super shots, right? And it just kind of kept rolling from there, and actually made us quite a bit of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was amazing to see how many people wanted to see us drink.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure.
Yes, drink. So that was always fun. But
So,
go for it.
so if you remember, I mean, I'm sure you probably don't, but I do believe, because I don't really drink. So when the super chats, the super chat drink things were coming over, if you remember, I was probably the first guest that did what?
Enjoyed the devil's lettuce.
Exactly. Well, I don't know what that means, but smoked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So it is legal here in Jersey. So I lit up a.
You never heard of that term before, Tommy?
Now, what was it again?
The devil's lettuce.
No, I never heard that. Is that a term for marijuana?
Yeah.
Oh no, shit! I never heard that. Never heard
Learn
that.
something new every day.
Yeah, but since it is legal here in Jersey, and I don't really drink, I figured, why not light up a doob? And I don't even really do that anymore,
Right.
because it is just too strong, for me anyway.
Well, it's legal here in California too, and
Yeah,
it's purely
it's in Jersey here. I mean, it's everywhere. You smell it everywhere. It's really not too cool, if you ask me. I mean, I would have liked them to legalize it way back when, without not trying to capitalize on it. Of course, Big Daddy's got to get their hands in it, and it's actually just too expensive and too strong.
No, I'm with you. What the hell?
So you think so how would it play out if you did bring it back? Because I have a feeling you eventually probably will.
Yeah.
Now, eventually, I'm going to run out of guests here. If anybody who's been paying attention, I'm bringing all my friends on. When I run out of friends, I'm either going to have to redo everybody, or maybe the winter will be over and the summer will start, and I'll be winding the show down for the summer anyway. But I'm not really an interviewer per se, where I'm going to bring, like, I wouldn't mind having like maybe Troy on or Greg. I don't know if Greg does any of this stuff, some of the people who started it all. I wouldn't mind having them on, but eventually, I mean, did you ever run out of people to bring on?
No, no. It got to the point where we had people reaching out to us to come on.
Uh huh.
Because for a while there, probably 2020, 2019 or whatever, we would have, there was a lot of people starting YouTube, starting
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
So when they saw something like this, they'd come into the chats and, watch the live streams, whatever. And then they'd reach out and be like, can we get on? And then Dutch and I would get together throughout the week and start thinking about uh, who we'd like to invite on, right? And I would go off of like Instagram. I love, I'm always on the Instagram going through stuff. So I'd see some of those guys go on there and do really well, and then we'd bring them on and bullshit with them. So we had Greg Mervich on, a long time ago. I mean, Greg's been in my house. We've done some videos together.
Oh, no kidding.
He's a good dude.
All the cool people live out in California.
Yeah, it's the cool
Yeah,
state,
yeah.
of course. So we had T-Roy on. T-Roy was the longest show on our history. We did I think it was a Monday nighter for whatever reason. Like, we used to do it Thursday nights, and we did a Monday nighter for whatever reason. And it was him and Justin from Baby Back Maniac was over at his house, and Kenneth Casey from the hell was it, North Texas Barbecue Addicts.
North Texas, yeah.
He was there too. And seriously, I think we almost went 4 hours.
No kidding.
And at some point, Troy had to switch the water because it was the Colorado Kool-Aid was going down a little too easy or whatever.
I hear that.
So, and then Justin doesn't drink, so he was fine. But we had a lot of people. That was a long show, but it was so much fun. And that show was the third one that week, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had a guy from England come on too, so we had to do those on Sundays or whatever. So
yeah. You remember the show? I think AB was involved with it. It was cooking. It was like a game show or something. Remember that?
Yeah. I believe Kent won that one.
Who did?
He'll show you his trophy. Yeah, I forgot exactly what it was called, but AB was running a show, and it was back when AB only had like 100,000 subscribers, 150,000 subscribers. Now he's got 2.6, 2.7 million. So it's
crazy.
It's amazing. You never know what's going to happen with this YouTube game now.
Well, what is your? So I do like to ask this to a lot to the people that come on. So what's the pulse of YouTube for you? I mean, how have you seen YouTube change over the? I think me and you started close to the same time. I think. How have you seen it change over the years?
Well, I started in 2017.
Okay, so you're 2 years. I think you're a year or two before me.
All right. So I think it was a brilliant thing in 2020, right? When COVID hit, because no one wanted to leave. No one, and then people had to learn how to cook. People had to learn how to sew, whatever, right? People had to learn, and YouTube became huge, and that was a very big, hit for us. And it's horrible that something so bad had to help us out. But I think nowadays people have shorter attention spans. I don't think many people are going to YouTube like they were. We've talked about it. My views are down by like 70%.
Yeah.
So like I have 128,000 subscribers and I can't get 1,000 views in a day.
Yeah.
But on the higher levels of YouTubers, they could have 1 million subscribers, but they're only getting 10,000 views in a day.
Yeah.
Like, it's worldwide. And I've talked to other creators and their views are all down too. The AdSense is down too. So it's kind of forcing us to find different avenues. And obviously you and I have talked about that stuff. Different streams. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, anything and everything to get your brand out there.
Yeah.
And we talked about doing, I've done a bunch of cookbooks, and those, help pay the bills. I'm about ready to turn on the new website that we've been building. Before I built my website out, it was more like a kind of like a corporate website, and it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. And what we're going to do is turning into a cooking blog where I could put my recipes on there and make them searchable, and go on there and put my normal whatever.
So do you feel, how do you feel? Well, just to touch on what you just said. So, I left my job in the middle of COVID because my channel was booming, and I was making not loads of money, but I was making more money than I was when I was working. And of course, it's been a slow ride south since then. And to touch on what you just said, that we do have to find other revenue streams, and and that's going to come right now from thermostat companies or thermo companies, grill companies. How do you feel that YouTube? I mean, I guess you would phrase it like this. I'm just going to phrase it like this, and you correct me if I'm wrong. How do you feel that YouTube has stuck you in, let's just say, like the ninja corner?
Well, before it was, it was a good thing. When we talked, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, whatever, I went to a thing called Vid Summit in LA, and it was, a creator get together type thing, and like a bunch of people were there. And it was all about niching down, like, food. Being a food person isn't enough. You got to niche down to air fryer, to grill, to whatever. And I, kind of took that to heart. And obviously, I took the Ninja Grill and all that jazz and really ran with it. But it's gotten to the point where it's no longer beneficial, right?
Yeah.
It's no longer to do that. So if I put out a grill video, it gets the same amount of views if I put out like a real cooking video. Not that the air fryers aren't real cooking or whatever.
Yeah, I got you.
But I love to cook. We've talked about it. I love to cook, and I have a lot of cooking skills, but I had to niche it down to learning doing air fryer videos or whatever. And I'm at the point where I'm just doing what I feel I want to do this week. I'll do a little search into like what's hitting a little bit, but if I'm going to get the same amount of 1,000 views on anything I put out, I might as well put out the stuff for me, and it doesn't feel like it's much work. That makes sense. So I got to the point where I wasn't having fun, and it is my job, it is my my income and all that stuff, but I got to find a way to make it please me too.
Or you're going back to work.
Yeah, or I might as well go back to the corporate structure and and whatever. So it's it's frustrating. That's exactly what it is. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
So we're gonna figure it out. And I don't think I listened to somebody the other day, and I don't think that people are going to YouTube as much for learning anymore. I think they're looking for more entertainment stuff.
Yeah.
Like they want to be entertained. So like I want to find a way to build that into my channel where I show a little bit more personality on my videos and just be who I am.
Yeah.
I was pretty straight laced with how I do my videos. But now, hey, I might drop a bad word here and there.
Yeah.
Or when you and I are face to face, we're just bullshitting. We're having a good time. I'm trying to interject that into the videos instead of just being so structured about it. And, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. It's funny you say that because, I spent about 45 minutes to an hour on the phone with Ricer Saturday. I don't know if he's in here because I'm still. Let me get this question out of the way, and then I'll go into that. Do you use an electric pellet grill at all?
Oh yeah, I mean that's all I'm using right now. I mean
electric pellet.
Yeah, I have every pellet grill I have is electric. Um, but like the Ninja Woodfire grills that I'm using, the smokers that I'm
I'm not.
using,
You know, I think I don't know why I think she might have missed a thing because everybody uses an electric pellet grill. They're all electric.
yeah.
I'm thinking she might have meant something else. Maybe like I wonder if she meant like an electric grill.
Well, I mean, and then I could answer that too. Yeah, I do. I mean,
But you know,
that's
like a master built has the electric grill. So
yeah.
there's no pellets involved. You're cooking with electric and whatever. You know,
Okay.
like an oven.
Right. Well, like that wood fire grill that I use only takes about a cup of pellets, right?
Okay.
So it's electric grill. Like you got to plug that bad boy in, and like if you're using the grill setting or what or any setting, it's taking electricity to heat it, electricity and air, right? But to get that smoke flavor put into it, it also has a little heating element that burns pellets to put the smoke in. So, but I mean, other than that, I have a cabinet smoker from Pit Boss. I have the Pit Boss grills, brisket grill. Uh, what else?
So you got
I
a
can go
bunch of
on.
them.
Yeah, it's just for me, pellet grills are they have a lot of. Actually, it's funny. I just had some shirts made up that says pellet grills need love too, because everybody in the barbecue community likes to treat them like easy bake ovens or whatever, but as you go along, and Dutch can talk about this in the barbecue competition circuit. You're seeing more and more people plug in their Traegers or whatnot, and winning competitions on their pellet grills.
You know,
So
I've paired my Halo pellet grill up with a Manchester pellet,
uh,
and it really adds a lot of smoke flavor to what I'm cooking, more than for say a like a regular store purchase pellet, like a Pit Boss or something. So
right,
I also did videos today. Well, I got a couple things. Number one, so it is not my birthday today. There was a post on Facebook that I went to a 60th birthday party for somebody named Tommy. Obviously, that wasn't me. I am not 60, so just to clear that up. And what I was going to say is, I forgot what I was going to say.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
Why don't you? We got a lot of people in the chat. You were just talking about Ricer, and he's in there.
Oh, he is in there. Okay, so let me go with that because I'm trying to get these questions, so I can't read everybody. So you were talking about personality and stuff, and which leads me into I spent what was it? Ricer's in there an hour or an hour and a half or whatever on the phone with Ricer. I happen to like the way Ricer does his videos. I think they go into what you were saying that people they're not going to sit through recipes per se. They want to be more entertained than sit through and watch somebody crack 3 eggs and and mix them and slice up an onion. They don't want to see that. They want to be more entertained. With a little bit more personality, which is what you were saying. So I spent some time with Ricer, and I have a video coming out from Smoking Pecan or Smoking Pecan or however you pronounce it. And I kind of so I spent time with Ricer and said, hey, I want to learn how you do it. So I'm not flat out ripping him off by just going behind his back and copying what he's doing. He spent some time with me on the phone and explained how he does his edits. And I spent about 4 or 5 hours today just editing his style along with my style, obviously, because I'm not him. And I have to put some music in there, but it came out pretty good. And I'm kind of interested to see how he likes it and what he can, critique me on, because I definitely am looking for critique. Because the way my channel is structured, it is just not going. Now, there's nothing wrong with getting 1,000 views, and I'm picking up 800 subscribers a month. There's nothing wrong with all that stuff, but I want something I want a 5,000 view video or a 10,000 view video. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
want to up my subscribers. So I'm kind of interested to see where this goes. I've actually even contemplated jumping in my car or my truck. You know, I could be at Ricer's house in like about 13 hours. You know,
Right.
so driving all day, sleeping, you know, getting a place by his house and just getting up in the morning and going over there. You know, just to learn because, you know, it's just, it does get frustrating as a YouTuber to just not see your channel start to grow. It's just stagnant. It's the
Right.
same. Every video I put out is going to be the same thing of what I'm doing. And it gets, you know, it gets, like you said, it gets a little bit of frustrated.
You know what I'm seeing a lot of like the bigger YouTubers do is collaborate more, but they're collaborating at each other's houses. So gone are the days of doing like a hashtag burger challenge or whatever, and 12 people do that. It's
Gone.
more like people are, like you said, getting in the car, jumping on a plane, whatever. But all that crap costs money,
Yeah.
and like I could do this right now. Like this would be the perfect timing for me to go across the country and hang out with all my guys and do a lot of collaborating and whatever. But all that costs money. And
Yeah.
when everything's going down as far as like AdSense or whatnot, it's tough to get out there and do that type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's yes, it's an investment in not only in getting the collaborative stuff together, but you're learning from others to see who people do, how people do, like you're saying, rice or
Yeah.
whatnot. Some people are very technologically sound as far as putting this stuff together. I know Ricer's a big camera whore. He has 1,000 different cameras, and I love
Yeah.
it, right? But my camera system is a couple little vlogging cameras in my cell phone, right?
Yeah.
So, but he has a great way of putting stuff together. He has a great way of putting his personality in there, and everybody loves him, right? So I think CMAC, that we're not far from that, by the way.
Oh, okay. OnlyFans account. Yeah.
OnlyFans,
That's
yeah.
kind of like I think I
It's
know what that is.
yeah, and I think Mike's in here, everyday
Yeah,
barbecue.
I seen Mike there. I gotta
Yeah,
have. I would love to have him. He's going to be on the show. Mike was one of the first people that well, he was the first person that I've spoke to when I started my YouTube channel. He reached out to me, or I reached out to him. I forgot.
right.
And obviously, you never forget the first YouTuber, that you spoke to. So I agree with you in the fact that when we first started, or as we were going, collabs were huge.
Right.
You would pick up, 20, 50, 100 subs, depending on who you collabed with. And now, nothing. Their collabs don't even play well. I did one with the Wall Twins. It was fun.
Mhm.
I did cook with them, which was better. But I don't even know if collabs have that same weight as they used to have,
No.
even when you're cooking at their house.
Dude,
I don't know.
I'll do like you were talking about AB earlier in the show. Like I will go to his house in Vegas and we will do a bunch of cooks, and it'll give me a spike of a couple 300 subscribers or whatever, but he has a million or what 2.6 million, and I can only get 200 or 300 people from it. So
Yeah.
that's it's for me. It doesn't matter though, because like I love AB. He's like family, so I go out there and hang out with
Yeah.
him whether we're filming or not. But I like going to his house for motivation, right?
I
Dude,
know.
he has a house that's his studio,
Yeah.
right? Like it's all upstairs. It's a big, 2-story house. It's a beautiful house in Vegas. All upstairs, all the bedrooms are their offices, and he has a staff, right? Downstairs, he has a full kitchen studio
Yeah.
and a full bar studio, right? And then a
Yeah.
full like podcast studio. For me to go out there and watch that, that's all about motivation for me,
Of course.
because I want that, right? Like when I got home from the Las Vegas trip out there, um, I told my wife, I'm like, I want to build a studio here. So
Yeah.
we sold our dining room table that we never use, and we're gonna build a studio in the dining room that no one uses, right? So I wanted to level up my game, and I see Tom said something about doing it as a hobby. I get a lot of people still do this for a hobby, but Tommy, myself, I think Mike used to do this for like money, for income.
Yeah,
Like this
yeah.
is our jobs, right? I'm no longer in the corporate world. You're no longer doing construction like you were or whatever. Mike, I don't remember what Mike did, but I could have sworn he said he was doing this full time too.
He
So,
did for a while. He did
okay.
for a while.
So this is it's no longer a hobby. When I started this out, me and my son started this out as something to get. He was in film classes in high school, so I'm like, you film me, you could edit it, you could put it as a portfolio for colleges or whatever, and that lasted about 3 or 4 videos. And then he's a teenager and got a shiny object, and I decided I want to keep it on as a hobby, right? And do that stuff. It was fun. It was a great outlet and all that jazz. And then we started making a little cash on it, especially with that hot seat and everybody wanted to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
going. And then it kept rolling, and we kept gaining and getting subscribers and all that stuff, and getting views and getting AdSense and sponsor partners. And then we got to the point where my company downsized, my corporate job downsized, so it was just about the time to let's do it.
Give it a shot.
Let's give it a shot.
It's, and I was telling my wife this, and it is exactly what you said. For me to, well, first of all, for me to jump in my truck or take a flight and spend 2 days with Ricer, just watching him work, like you just said with AB, just watching him work, how he edits this, you can't buy that. That is, that could turn into, just a whole uptick for me, to change the show and to try something different. And, the flights out there aren't a lot of money, but they're all got one stop. By the time I get to the airport, drive, this, that, and the other, rent a car.
Yeah.
It's going to take me 7-8 hours to fly there. With a stopover, I can just drive in my truck. It just seems like a less hassle for me to just jump in my truck at 4 a.m, and go.
Right.
But it would be such an investment in the show for me to do that, because as a creator, if you don't have somebody that you can not necessarily look up to, but somebody, you always got to continue to learn,
Right.
and if you're not with anybody, how do you learn? If you want to be a baseball player and you got nobody to play catch with, you're never going to be a baseball player, so
That's true. That's true.
for me to learn editing, and I spend hours and hours on the phone with him over the years, and he's got me in cameras and with some Macs and stuff like that. So that would be so beneficial, I think, to the channel, because I can't keep doing what I'm doing, because I'm going to end up getting stagnant. It's just, I gotta move the show along, and you're going to see this for people that are out there now. Pecan video coming out. You're going to see this new style of editing in there, and it is a lot like Ricer's, because he's, showed me how, kind of explained how he did it, how he does it, I should say. And so we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with it.
Tom just made a comment, and he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Who's that?
What I about showing the enthusiasm and being genuine and all that, and then having fun, and then all that stuff will come further along the way. But you get to the point where you get a little stressed out about that stuff when you're thinking about, like, I get what you're saying, Tom, like 100%, and I try to live by it too. Ever since I was able to not have to do the corporate job and my videos, it's freed me up to just breathe a little bit, right? And smile a little bit more, and not have to worry about getting back to my computer or calls or whatever, FaceTime, whatever, right? So it has freed up, and I do see it in my videos that I have a little more personality coming through.
Definitely. I noticed that. I don't watch all your videos,
No.
but you do have a coolness about you. and you are injecting a little bit more personality in there. I could see that.
Yeah, it's tough when you're just doing it to do it, right? But if you got a plan and you got what you want to do and whatever you're putting, I don't know about you, but I spend a little bit of time before I film, not scripting, but getting an idea of what I want to do and get all that stuff together and get an idea of how I want it to flow and all that. And I find it a lot easier now to do that when I'm just thinking, all right, let's have some fun, let's try to bullshit with the audience a little bit. And I even said that in one of my last videos. I'm like, do it, don't do it. We're here, me and you, we're chatting right now. We're having a good time. So it's funny. It's a lot easier to do that when you don't have the distractions, and smiling more helps.
How many videos a week are you doing?
I'm trying to get 3 done a week, and every day. Every day I don't put a long form video. I usually put some sort of short form video because like Mike is saying there, they want to be TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I don't know if I don't feel like I'm TikTok demographic, but
No.
I still put my stuff on there. Luckily, one of the companies I work with, it's Branding Iron Ranch. It's a meat company out here in the West Coast. They pay me to do short form videos. So I'm already doing the short form videos. So I put them on Instagram for them. And then, I put them on TikTok. I put them on Facebook, wherever, Twitter, Pinterest. I put stuff on Pinterest and I just whatever I can do to, I guess it's working smarter, not harder. Like I could take that one little clip and put it on 4 different,
I hear platforms.
Thank you. It makes things a little easier.
Yeah.
And a lot of the YouTubers in the chat do the same thing. I see, the same thing on Instagram as I do on TikTok or
Yeah. I do the same thing.
because
Go
we're
ahead.
not catering to the YouTubers out there.
Yeah, no.
Right? Like whatever I put out, I'm not trying to get, you to watch or, Maddie and Kiki or whoever's, Russ. I'm not trying to, it's cool when you guys watch my shit and I love watching your guys' shit, but it's not what I'm focusing on.
Oh, of course not.
People that don't know me, right?
Of course not.
Right. So that's a big deal.
I tell Ricer that all the time because he says, I try to catch your videos. And I said, dude, don't worry about it because you watching my videos, that doesn't do me anything, except advice-wise. But I need viewers to watch. I don't, it's nice when YouTubers watch, but I need viewers to watch the videos, to comment on the videos and so forth. Ricer's got up there, advertisers are bailing. Once that happens, it's over. It's game over. Once we lose the pit bosses, the ninjas, the pellet companies, this, that, and the other, it's game over because that's where probably 60% of 70% of my money comes from is that kind of stuff there. And as Tom says, it is all about that. I can never pronounce it, so I won't. Algorithm. I'm a bad student. I am not going to sit there. I just don't have it in me to sit there and study numbers. It's just not my gig. I just want to cook.
Part of things either.
Yeah, I just want to cook and put videos out. And Kiki says our first was you too.
Oh, the collab, yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's what we were talking about, collabs.
And there is Gina in the house.
What's up, Gene?
And of course, Wendy. Let me go through some of these.
There's a lot of people. You're way back there.
Yeah, I'm way back. I'm trying to concentrate. If I do too many things at once.
Nah, hey.
And cough, cough. Are they real? Huh?
It's nice that we got a bunch of YouTubers in here that they understand what we go through too.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of people are agreeing with what we're saying. There's a thought in here about having a great thumbnail. Yeah, it's true. One thing, so I took that from AB in Vegas. he actually has a YouTube manager that from Google, YouTube, that advises them along the way. So I glean information off of that, and he's they will do a cook, and he'll spend another half hour taking thumbnails
Yeah.
and different angles, different lighting, different whatever, and because it's all about finding that one thumbnail that you're going to click on, right? So yeah, where's Uncle Steve at?
That's another thing is the thumbnails of just showing the protein close up doesn't cut it. I mean, you got to put faces in, you got to put colors in.
Well, okay, so you say that, but then I have totally contradicting information where it's like they just want the protein. They don't want other words in there. They don't want.
Who said that?
That was coming from AB's team.
Oh, okay.
They just want the protein in there because I had him go. I had one of his team go through my thumbnails with me, and I have the outline or the and I'll put my logo on there, and then I'll have I'll take a picture of like a brisket in front of that wood fire grill, and they're like, they don't want the eye drawn to the wood fire grill. They know what the title is. They know what you're cooking it on. They just want to see the protein. So it's one of those things where you get contradicting information constantly. So
yeah. Well, Tom said, keep it as a hobby. Unfortunately for me and some, it's too late to do that. But I always have fun. I'm a cook, so when I'm cooking, I'm definitely having fun. And as far as Tim, I don't really understand this. You're talking about stuff that doesn't really contain about, so if I think what Tim is trying to say is that I do cooking videos and not just smoking videos. A lot of my channel was built on smoking videos, and the only thing I could say there, Tim, is I don't want to smoke all the time.
Right.
I know, people don't watch if I'm not doing a brisket or a pork butt or something, and I got nothing to say for that because, like going back to what Tom said about having fun, it's running a brisket and a pork butt and ribs, and it just gets old after a while. It just bores me after a while. So I am more of a recipe guy. So the recipes you're looking for, maybe Tim or other people, are the smoking recipes. I'll still do them, but I'm more. I'm just want to do recipes that I want to do. If I lose people, that's just the way it is. I've been doing this too long to. If you think about it, Tim, I've been doing this 5-6 years, whatever. How many times can I do brisket, ribs, and pork? I'm thinking that's what you were trying to say, Tim.
It's true. Tom Horseman is starting, you're both overthinking it. Yes, we are, because it's our income, it's our livelihood. It's, we have to overthink it. And there's such a glut of information coming at us from every different direction. So I get what you're saying, like 100%, but it's tough not to overthink it when people, rely on us to make sure it succeeds. No matter how much fun I have, I still want to make sure it succeeds. And Russ, you just show him come out. He's further down in the chat. He's
I got him coming next.
Russ, man, take care, man. Good to see you in here.
Oh, he's leaving, Russ?
Yeah, he had to
gotcha. Well, I see you there, Russ. Okay.
Russ is one of the good old dudes that we've been watching from the jump.
Yeah.
And, I love Russ, and he's another ThermoPro guy.
Yeah.
And, when I started working with them, they sent me one of his videos as an example of what to do. I'm like, I know Russ. All right, cool. So anyway, sorry. Tangent.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I definitely breathe, Tom, and I'm having loads of fun, but. Probably another way for me to put it is just I have to continue. I have to evolve just to not get bored. But I am all about having fun I never drag. Well, I shouldn't say never, but very rarely do I ever have to drag myself out of bed to fire up the pit, the griddle, or anything. Every day is definitely fun. Is fun for me. I'm just to keep the show fresh. I'm just looking for ways to do things a little bit different just to keep the show fresh, because I don't think the same people that watched 4 years ago are still watching today. I think those people are gone. So the new people coming up maybe don't want to sit through a 8-10 minute video.
And I think
That's
you're
what I'm
like me.
thinking.
You want to be challenged too. Like you
Yeah.
want your brain to move, right? So like I working with that Branding Iron Ranch company, that has challenged me because all the meats that I work with is already marinated. So it's not like I can come up with my own stuff because it's like a weekly, a easy night, a weeknight dinner or whatever, right? So it's been good to work with them because it forces me to create. And like you said, you can't create so much with a brisket every other day, right? So it's just one of those things. Hold on, I gotta.
So, but before we continue, I just want to acknowledge something in here real quick. Just bear with me on this why he's in here. And this is my. Do you know Will Plunk, CJ?
Yeah, I've seen him in the chats and stuff like that. He's a big he likes that wood fire grill too.
Yeah, he just got a Ninja, so he supports a lot of channels, and he was actually the first outsider that ever reached out, and I believe he was the first one that would join Patreon and so forth. But he supports a lot of shows. That's why I just want to acknowledge this 1 second really quick here, if I could.
I don't know if you saw it pop through yet, but Tom dropped a $10 super bomb on you.
Okay, I appreciate that,
Great
Tom.
job, Tom Horseman.
I probably didn't even get to it yet, but
I didn't want it to disappear off the screen.
I got you, and I appreciate that, Tom. Hold on, okay. So let me just set this up. So this is my guy Will right there. Bear with me. And there he is again there, a little smaller. And here he is here. So Will dropped, I'm guessing, over 100 pounds.
Wow. Great job. Right, that's all me. Okay, we lost Tommy, so
no, I'm back.
Okay.
So I just wanted to acknowledge that for Will. That is friggin' awesome, and I know he had some health problems. So I wanted to acknowledge that, Will. That's a nice job. Nice job.
That's awesome. Great job, dude. Papa Larry's barbecue's in there. He's from my neck of the woods.
Yeah, you got a lot of people in here, man. So there is Mr. Tom Horseman for the super chat. Tom, if you are still in here, I definitely appreciate it.
Tom's in one of the OGs too from back in the day. We had him on the hot seat too.
I've spoken to him. He sent some work my way. I do believe, hopefully, I've got some work going his way with Halo.
Hey, I don't mind working with Halo.
I'm telling you, man, they're a hot company, man.
Dude, I want their pizza oven. It keeps showing up in my
best pizza oven on the market. Pizza oven on the market.
Tell them you got somebody in Cali is looking for there. So.
Yeah. I will when I talk to them. The story goes, I bought that Blackstone and Halo popped up and I said, you know what? This company looks interesting. I brought the Blackstone back, sold it, gave it back to Home Depot, bought the Halo and just hooked up with them. And so not everything they do is a home run, but I'll tell you, man, a lot of what they do is a home run. So that is pretty cool. And I hope I got those pictures because I couldn't see, but I hope I got those pictures of Will up long enough for people
No,
to
yeah,
see?
you're good. We can see
Okay.
it. We can see it. Yeah.
I got a little bit frazzled and fugazi there.
I love it when you say. I love when you talk Italian words. A little fugazi
Yeah,
out
you got a
there.
little fugazi.
Yeah, it's all right.
And definitely hit those thumbs up. We can't wait to
Gary
try
Taylor.
Halo 2. Okay, so Will
You
lost
know,
what's up?
100 pounds. I just saw
100
that.
pounds in 8 months.
Bless you. Look at that, man. Good job,
Yeah.
man.
You know, and I'm a big, you know, I try, man, you know, because all the, you know, with all the food we eat and stuff, man, I try. Tomorrow morning, you know, I tell everybody every week, you know, I'll be in the gym. You still walking, CJ?
Yeah, we're getting out there a little bit more. Once my arm started feeling a little bit better, and not was out of the sling and all that jazz, and stop having to have Mrs. CJ help me freaking do my videos. We got a little bit more walking, and right now it's band season for us for the kids, a couple of the kids, and Mrs. CJ is walking like crazy. I'm walking like crazy for all the comps and all that. Yesterday I cooked about how many, like 200 grilled cheese. I cooked like 200 grilled cheese sandwiches for the band yesterday, and she made 14 crock pots full of soup.
No
for
shit.
them. Yeah, so we're hustling a little bit more as you know how that comes down. So
Wow.
it's all about keeping moving. And actually, this ring, it's one of those what are they called? Aura rings, and this will you know checks all your vitals and all that jazz, and it tells you to get up and get moving. Because the hardest part is, you know, while we're cooking, you know, you're moving, you're grooving, you're out, you're doing your thing, you're cleaning up, whatever. But when you're editing, your ass is stuck in the chair for
Yeah.
how many hours, right? And it doesn't occur to me to stand up. You know, it doesn't occur to me to walk around. So
Well, that's why, you know, my wife laughed, but, you know, that's why I got this. You know,
oh,
and
the stand
yeah,
up.
and every once in a while, I'll
yeah.
you know, I'll stand up and you know, just do my work, you know, because you're right. You know, we sit down a lot. I'm not one to walk. My wife walks a lot,
Right.
but you know, I'll go to the gym in the morning and you know, and try to do it that way.
Well, I'm still trying to get my arm back to strength from the bicep tear. So I have a little 5 pound weight over here. So while I'm editing or whatever, I'll just sit here and just do one of these, you know,
Yeah.
and twist, you know, just got to get that strength back. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. There you go, man.
Welcome to the crew. Have you tried a call-in show?
You know, that's a tough thing, Drew. I actually contemplated having some viewers on this show, if that's what you mean, because I've known a lot of these viewers for a while. I don't know. You know, maybe I would have a viewer on just to see how it played. You know, if I don't know the viewer, it's kind of hard for me to ask questions because I don't really know the person. Like CJ, I know the person, this, that, and the other, and other ones. So that's a tough call, Drew. It's a good question, but it's a tough call. Yes, the guns. There's the guns. I got little guns.
It's years of eating.
I got. Hold on here.
Thumbs
Let me
up,
see.
yeah, Scott. Yeah, everybody hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm.
This is inside joke. I have little guns, but I am very handy around the house. So there you go.
It.
There you go.
Larry, you know I got you if you need anything, man. Wendy Aikens said do pool exercises because we have the pool out back.
Okay.
Let me tell you about the pool. It's flipping cold right now, and that'd be like going to the ice bath right now because we don't keep it heated. That does not sound like a good time to me right now. I'll make things shrivel up to nowhere.
So my pool is obviously covered. And Mike, I remember you, man, at the Mohegan Sun. I'm actually going to be out there again, I think, in January, late January. So maybe you'll be there for that, Mike.
Right on.
And Drew says just a few Q&As and move on to the next call. You know, again, Drew, it's they would have to be set up with a cam. So if I'm going to bring guests on that are viewers, they would need a cam so people could see them if
I
that's
think
where
he's
you're
talking more like people like call you and you get them online.
on
So
the
it's not like
phone.
just like calling, like, sports talk. People calling like, oh, those damn Raiders or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I've seen that a few times on the live YouTubes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And unless you have it really dialed in, it could be a bit of a drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen people calling that are not too savvy as far as having conversations or good at getting their thoughts out when they're on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're just sitting there, talking or whatever, at a bar, you could talk all night. But when you're on
Yeah.
the spot, you got 50 people watching or whatever. It's tough for people to get out their thoughts and
Yeah. I mean, I don't. You know,
no,
and
it's
it's
a
a
good
good
idea,
thought.
Drew. It's just it's
It's a
tough.
good thought, Drew.
Yeah,
I just don't know. When I have people on like you or the girls or Ricer, the viewers, because a lot of these viewers go to all the channels. So I think it might be interesting. I don't
right.
know how interesting it would be, for people to call in. But what do I know? Maybe we'll keep reminding me that, Drew. Maybe I'll have you for the first call in.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a thought. It really is for sure.
Yeah.
It's just about getting the right people on to say the right things,
Yeah.
and you never know. Like there's people out there that are not cool, right? And
Definitely.
try to say some stuff that ain't right or whatever, and
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's cool. I think I like the idea, but it's tough to execute for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's something to think
But
about.
you want to
So
level up, leveling up is all about the name of the game, So,
there you go. So to before we close this out, what do you got coming up for the week?
well, I have my little, we talked about writing lists and keeping yourself accountable.
We
This is
did.
my, my weekly list of,
There you go,
need to
man.
get through whatever. So every Monday I have to like sit down and um, hold on, quick. Don't let that door slam. Thank you. All right, sorry. That's how the kids going by.
I got you.
I every Monday I sit down and write what I want to do for the week. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a turkey cook tomorrow on the wood fire. I will probably do it's all about holiday cooking right now.
yeah.
It just is what
But
it is.
not even those don't. And here's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
book.
I love your calendar setup.
Yeah, I
It's
got,
perfect.
I need colors to keep me motivated and little funny doodles and pictures and
Right,
stuff
right.
like that. The turkey cooks, even those, they don't play as good as they used to. But I have to tell you, man, I've done 4 turkey cooks already
Yeah,
because companies want me to cook. They're paying me to do the turkey cook, so I'm trying different type turkey recipes and
yeah, yeah.
like I said with Dead Broke, who just popped in there, his edit or my edit, his style, or what I have put together as his style is on a turkey cook. So I'm real interested because I'm going to be sending that video to you tomorrow, Ricer, to critique. I'm interested to see how it goes. It's a lot more work, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Until I figure out a plan with it. There's a lot more work. It's a different type of video for me. I'm interested to see how it goes. I'm really interested to see how it goes. It's tough, man, because like again, I don't know if Tim is still in here. You lose viewers when you do something they don't want to see.
Yeah, but you're
Like
hoping you
Tim.
pick up others through the
Like
algorithm.
I think Tim wants those smoking recipes. And
Well, I mean, we've been doing it long enough. I think I got damn near 1,000 videos on my channel, and there's something for everybody in there. They just gotta be willing to look. And hopefully you get picked up in some sort of the algorithm, and the top 5, 10 that are showing up. I I I try to do things based on searchability. I try to do things based on like the holidays and whatnot. You know, I put out a turkey video this morning, like what's better, spatchcock or the whole bird?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and it's done shitty. Yeah, it just is what it is. I have no idea what to do anymore except I'm just gonna put content out. Picks up. If not, and I'll just be happy with my
Yeah.
1,000 views or whatever. So
Yeah, I got a lot of my stuff done for the month already. I'm just going to do some stuff that I enjoyed. I want to do a Greek spinach pie, which is going to have a little of Maddie and Kiki in it, and my mom in it. I want to do that. I got to do a pizza, and then just cruise on into the holidays with the usual,
yeah,
prime rib.
I need to get a bunch of videos in the can in the next couple of weeks.
That's what I got, man. I
I'm having
worked like a
another-
dog. Yeah, I worked like a dog for 2 weeks and got so many videos done, 2 or 3, ready to go that I can just kind of space them out. And
Well, I'm having another surgery at the end of the month after Thanksgiving on my shoulder to get some stuff.
oh,
cleaned
no
out.
kidding.
So I'll be out of the commission for a little bit. So it might be back to Mississippi.
So you'll have to film out a bunch of videos, maybe.
Yeah, that's the plan. It's like I got to do more than the 3 a week or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is.
And we will close out with this, CJ.
Thank you.
You've got a good attitude. You're very talented. And as long as you enjoy what you're doing, that is all that truly matters. And there you go. And that is really to anybody. And that is really just anything in life.
That's true. That's
Yeah. When I did floors, I loved doing floors. That's floors, not florist. I loved installing. I loved working in the office. I've had a good run, man, with work.
Yeah. That's cool.
To be honest, I try to replicate many things you all cook in construction, but love to cook. Yeah, well, you know what, Drew? I'm going to, I don't know if I guess you watch on YouTube also, Drew, but I'm interested to get your opinion on this pecan or pecan video that is coming out. I'm interested to hear everyone's opinion on it, because it is something I'm going to,
for sure.
Yeah, because it's something I'm going to critique, along the way or to kind of make it my own, and it's just like a new style for me. It's just like new blood, It's thing. And there is the Hussy checking in, and I got to have him on the show soon. That is for sure. I appreciate him stopping by. CJ bringing all the big dogs in.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Another one I want to hang out with. We've talked about getting out to North Kakalaki and doing something with some cherry wine. Even though I think it tastes like cherry coke.
There you go, man. Anything on the East Coast, you got to. Anything on the East Coast, you got to reach out to me because that's a hop, skip, and a jump. North Carolina, I can be there in 8 hours, I think.
Of course, that's the plan. Just hit the whole East Coast up, and we need to do a meetup. Who has a big house on the East Coast? We'll get everybody there.
Yeah. Well, my house ain't that big, but I do have a pool.
Yeah.
All righty, man. That is it, man. I'm gonna knock you out, and then I'm gonna close up the show, man. I appreciate it. If you see the video, come along, CJ. Maybe I'll reach out to you so you watch it, just because I'm looking for critiques or whatever,
For sure.
thoughts, this, that, and the other. Thanks, brother.
Thank you, brother. We'll see you.
All right, man. All righty, man. So that is Mr. CJ in the house. I don't know who's going to be on next week. We shall see. But I will reach out to a couple channels and see who I can line up. That is for sure. And I think I miss CMAC, but there is CMAC. I'm trying to be the good host with CJ, and it's hard for me to keep up with everything on the chat, to call everybody out. Yeah, it was a fun show, man. I'm kind of digging this, digging this little style with the interviews. I appreciate that, Miss Kiki. Will Plunk, good job, man. Keep it going. And that is it, man. We are going to shut out this show. I appreciate everybody for I appreciate everybody for watching. Hit those thumbs ups on your way out if you can. Pay attention for next week. I'll let you know if there's going to be a show, which I'm sure there is, but who is going to be on it. And that is it. Wendy, if I didn't say hi to you, there is a hi for you. Drew, I appreciate the questions. Matthew, the hussy man, I appreciate you popping in. And that is it, man. I'm going to close out this show. I appreciate all you guys who support all the channels every week. It means a lot to all of us. And until next time, we will see you guys soon.